Multiple sets of data have reported that consumers are increasingly spending more time on the mobile device. In the upcoming Fireside chat on emerging mobile marketing tech to look out for, we'll try and gauge the most impactful mobile marketing trends to rule in 2021 and beyond. I would like to welcome Satyajit Sen, Head of Product and Community, ETBrandEquity, to moderate the conversation. Over to you, Satyajit.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to this engaging topic discussion and panel discussion on the topic of emerging mobile marketing technology to look out for. Here, we are specifically talking about augmented reality, that is taking the mobile marketing scene and that is really guiding the development that's happening in this mobile marketing and technology field. For the past few decades, we have all seen technological changes and how they have provided marketers with new tools and channels to really experiment their reach to the customers. The aggregation of consumers on digital has really shifted traditional advertising dollars on this platform. In addition to that, the ubiquity of smartphones has made it really easier for marketers to collect personalized data and help them surface it much more with relevant ads and messages to individuals and consumers. So here there is a definite question that camera, which is a very integral feature of a smartphone, can camera become the next big strategy for marketers to capture the consumer mind space? In this session, we will basically try to discover how augmented reality, or AR as everybody would love to say it, is on its way to disrupt the way we live our lives, and how AR is helping bring digital and physical experience together for a lot of consumers and a lot of people out there. As a consequence, it has the power to redefine how brands engage with consumers, from discovery to consideration to purchase, and then it continues to post-purchase as well. During today's chat, we'll have the opportunity to hear two very eminent experts. We have Prashant and we have Yagna. I'll definitely, want them to basically take the podium and introduce themselves and give a quick short introduction about how they see things developing in the near future as far as mobile marketing tech is concerned. So Prashant, if you can just give us a quick introduction of yourself.
Thanks, Satyajit. Hi, everyone. I'm Prashant Halbe. I lead creative strategy for Snapchat in India. Yeah, looking forward to this conversation. And to answer the question, I think mobile marketing is really following the evolution of mobile consumption. I would say across two spectrums, which is experience and content. So whenever I'm asked the question, what does the future of marketing look like? My answer is simple. It is augmented reality. And it's not even a distant future. For Snapchatters, augmented reality is there present. It is there now.
Thanks, Prashant. Thanks for setting out the tone so wonderfully for the discussion forward. Yagna, we would really want to hear your perspective on the same topic.
Thank you, Satyajit, and thank you, Prashant, for getting me into this conversation. This is exciting. I lead a digital reality studio in India for one of the big four, and I'm passionate about democratizing XR and making it extreme. Given the investments which are being made in the technology, as well as all the opportunities which are showing up as the evolution of the space.
Thanks, Yagna. Thanks, and thanks, Prashant, for both of you to agreeing to be on this topic, and where we are discussing and really doing a sort of crystal gazing about the future, right? When it comes to mobile marketing, and we are really looking forward to how this technology called augmented reality can take the place of reality, as we say, right? So Prashant, I will start with you, and I'll follow up this question with Yagna as well. But very interestingly, in a lot of my conversations with a lot of CEOs and brand owners and agency leaders across geographies, what I have seen is that there is a common question when it comes to mobile marketing, and that's like, what's next? Like, they have all gone through the SMSs, they have all gone through the emailers, they have all gone through all the sorts of mobile marketing that is currently happening in India.
Yep.
What's next is the simple question that marketers face when it comes to mobile marketing. I would want to pose that same question to you and understand from your perspective, what's next big thing in mobile marketing tech?
Yeah, I think when I'm thinking about mobile marketing and what is next, as I was saying in my introduction, I think the simple answer is augmented reality. And the reason augmented reality is the future of mobile marketing is because we really see mass adoption of AR taking place as we speak right now. So, for example, on Snapchat, the camera is really at the heart of the experience. If you think about Snapchat, unlike other apps that open to a feed of edited posts from friends, from publishers, from influencers, Snapchat opens straight to the camera. And it always has. And we see Snapchatters open our app on an average 30 times a day. This is why we at Snapchat believe that every future facing brand needs a camera strategy. Camera is, I believe, the newest canvas for brands to engage their audiences through immersive, utility driven, unforgettable custom experiences that drive both very high recall and as well as strong action.
Right, very well said. Because we often say that a lot of innovation happening on the camera front, as far as OEMs are concerned, and this can definitely become a big tool for marketers as far as mobile technology is concerned. Yagna, your thoughts? What's the next big thing in mobile marketing tech, and where does the entire scheme of camera fit into the marketers scheme?
I think when we speak about emerging tech, and even within the camera, there is so much innovation that's going on, and there are so many breakthroughs which are happening on a regular basis. But I think we could look at breakthroughs as going beyond pure technology breakthroughs. It could be breakthrough in terms of how we understand our customers, or creating a multi-modal customer experience, and graduating from the omni-channel to a multi-experience strategy for brands, like to achieve their objectives. So I think the key is to identify the sweet spot between multi-channel marketing hubs, digital experience platforms, and consumer communication management systems to create a compelling narrative for the customer. And I agree with Prashant that augmented reality is the way to go forward. And in fact, maybe we are just looking at it as someone's using a filter, or maybe there are some AR activations which are coming up, or maybe AR portal experiences which are like beginning to show up right now. But I think there is a lot more opportunity for creators as well as brands to explore the full, say, hardware features which are being added to a mobile phone. And again, it's not purely a handheld kind of revolution that's coming up. There is a lot of innovation going on the head-mounted devices as well. And I would say Snap's glasses also are in the genre where people are going to explore head-mounted devices more. And that's also a frontier for mobile marketing tech.
Great. Thanks, Yagna. Prashant, I would really like to come to you here, because one major thing that we see here is is from marketers who have one major and big concern about AR when it comes to AR, and that question is about the feasibility of it, and how does AR fit into the entire marketing scheme of them, of these marketers, right? They also feel at times that AR is still a little bit distant in that sense. What's your take on that?
Well, the short answer, I suppose, is that AR is not a distant future, and AR is right now. A stat that helps convey this is there are 200 million people that engage with augmented reality on Snapchat on a daily basis. 200 million people engaging with AR on a daily basis. So this isn't a future trend. To me, this signals mass adoption in the present. One way in which brands in India can think about AR and understand the reasons for this mass adoption is that AR usage has evolved, right? Snapchatters in India use AR to express themselves, to have fun, and as a utility tool. People are using Snap AR to unlock interactive, immersive digital experiences that augment the world around them, which are not only entertaining and shareable, but which grab attention of real value and are remembered. I think this ability of AR to create experiences and engagement that has a high recall is why it's so valuable to brands and advertisers. People are using AR to better assess products and to connect with brands. And again, a stunning stat that helps understand the impact of AR on marketing KPIs is that interacting with products that have a AR experience leads to 94% higher conversion rate as per a Harvard Business Review article. So this is really doubling down on AR not just being about entertainment and engagement, it is also really about the attention and what that leads to in terms of conversions towards marketing KPIs.
No, these are big stats, Prashant, and thank you for sharing those. Talking about stats and staying on stats, right? I would really want to come to Yagna here. Yagna, I remember reading a global report from one of the big fours, which says that, and that report was specifically on the global AR predictions and, how AR is being used and utilized by marketers and brands across the world, right? And where it stands, especially when mobile marketing is really concerned, right? Would you want to share with us some more insights into how this report would really help marketers who are listening to us, or marketers who are really trying to innovate in the market in the mobile marketing front, really get those data points, and what's the kind of takeaways that they could have?
I think from that report, like my personal key takeaways as well, Satyajit, is like a lot of people recognize AR when they see it and they identify it, but they are not able to express in words saying that like a digital object getting overlaid on a physical space and all kind of a definition. So people do realize that there is AR that they are using, right? And if you look at it from an evolution standpoint, AR has moved from technology to being a toy. And I think we are seeing this whole wave of adoption of AR as a tool, where it is being used to perform a task or accomplish an objective. And then in the future, I think it will potentially become a full-fledged utility where it becomes as seamless as, let's say, the current mobile phones. Also, if you look at the number of people that are shopping using AR, it's like almost 100 million consumers are already using AR to shop right now. And for marketers, I think they can explore the functionalities which manufacturers or platforms like Snap are providing in terms of what they could actually accomplish in terms of creating the content, and also exploring the capabilities of the hardware, be it the camera or let's say phones, LiDAR capabilities for tracking a plane or like identifying a particular object. There are also there is also a lot of innovation that's happening in visual identification. So the moment you take a picture of something, there are APIs and there are platforms which are readily identifying those products. In fact, I think there is a platform that was created by both Snap and Amazon, where you use the camera to take a picture or scan something, and then it will allow you to directly buy that product on Amazon. So I think when marketers really understand and really focus on these aspects of how the platforms are evolving and how the base mobile technology is being blended and brought into the realm of augmented reality, I think there are millions and millions of possibilities for people to explore.
A great point, Yagna. You mentioned about how visually you can actually equip a marketer and his branding process. This actually connects me to my next question to Prashant. Prashant, we all know Snapchat has been a pioneer in terms of innovating with the camera, right, and making camera the focal point of conversations when it comes to user conversations is concerned. From a marketer's point of view, right, and this question comes to you as a if from probable marketers in the industry, what are the real kind of innovations that the camera, right, can offer on a Snapchat platform?
Thanks, Satyajit. I think it's an interesting question. Part of my job, and I can talk about the possibilities of Snap's camera technology for days, but for now, let me just capsule the awesome potential of AR on the Snap camera with a few examples. So as you know, AR is the digital layer that enhances the world around you. AR augments your real world experiences, right? So if AR is augmenting your real world experience, imagine the possibilities of what you can do with that as a marketer. So for example, imagine building a Lego creation with a friend who lives on the other side of the world. Or imagine being able to try on anything from shoes to watches to dresses and everything in between from the comfort of your own home. Now, all of this is possible with Snap's camera technology today. Snapchat in India reaches over 100 million users monthly. And as mentioned before, the Snapchatters open Snapchat on an average of 30 times a day. So for brands in India, I think looking to create unique, memorable interactions with consumers, Snapchat offers the technology, the behavior of using AR, and also the scale. So whether you are let's say an FMCG brand looking to create awareness for a new product launch through an interactive AR lens that actually places your product on the Snapchatter's own dining table in front of them to interact with, to explore, to evaluate, or an e-com brand seeking trials for a new jewelry range that Snapchatters can place on their own necks, their ears, their wrists, right? So Snapchat camera technology has the solutions across sales funnels for these Indian brands, is how I'd like to see the potential.
Great, great point, Prashant. So Yagna, I would really want to come to you now and connect Prashant's answer to my next question here, right? So we know that the technology is there. You have to be creative enough to think about using making use of the technology to the optimal level, right? That is what Prashant mentioned in his answer. But that connects me to my next question about how do you really see marketers using this technology really being able to grab onto this diminishing attention span of consumers? I mean, in this digital era, everything is for 2 seconds, right? How do you make sure you really catch the consumer when he's completely in that consumption mode?
I think that's an important aspect for marketers to keep in mind when they are designing a campaign or when they are working with a brand to drive their brand objectives in the campaign. Something that we have seen work and like something which has helped is to create a multi-experience strategy where you are able to tap into the multiple interaction modalities which are available to the consumer or the user. So it's not just about, say, tapping and swiping. as well, right? So it could be use of gestures, voice, and vision to create that overall experience. And it is also about embedding augmented reality within an existing app or an existing modality of interaction, say, be it an embedded chatbot. And we are seeing a lot of interest in meta-humans kind of coming up. So having a meta-human in your physical environment and talk about a brand. So that is something that marketers could potentially try out. And I also want to give you some statistics which will help you understand the value or where AR could like really bring the wow factor, especially for marketers, and to start grabbing attention for a brand, right? And when you're using AR as per the Deloitte and Snap report, you get 2 times more visual attention and when compared to a non-AR medium. And 56% consumers agree that AR gives them the confidence about product quality and gives them that risk-free purchase feeling and try before you buy kind of feeling, right? And then, as Prashant mentioned earlier, it leads to a 94% conversion rate when people are shopping on AR. And you look at all the AR consumers right now, 71% of them are Gen Z and millennials. So if marketers are able to combine this information or use this information to create and target AR experiences, and also work with brands to create this multi-experience strategy where the messaging is resonating with the brand objective, but it's not overpowering and in your face kind of experience. So I feel that's where AR comes in, because people know that it is AR, but they are not resistant to using it when presented it in a format that they are comfortable in.
It's interesting, Yagna, that you mentioned about strategy here, right? Because that's what leads to great campaigns. So Prashant, I really want to connect this to my next question on strategy. Yagna speaks about how can marketers strategize well, keeping AR in mind, right? What would you as a specialist, right, suggest the key KPIs, the important KPIs that marketers should keep in mind while strategizing for, say, an AR campaign for their products?
I think Satyajit, I love Yagna's answer to say that when you're thinking about augmented reality, think about how it plays a role within the campaign, right? So like with all briefs, campaigns on Snapchat start with the marketing objective. So based on the brand's KPIs, we first work with the media team to define what the campaign structure looks like, which is whom to target, when to target, with what ad products, and to what end. This ensures that the campaigns are structurally designed to be efficient. Snapchat has both camera and content ad products that help brands advertise in various ways. So from running short 10-second vertical video ads to creating content that is longer in nature, as well as engaging Snapchatters through the camera, through augmented reality and filters. We then align with the brand's creative teams to understand the campaign creative idea, the existing brand assets, the tonality, and really what is the creative springboard from where the ideas can take off. This is crucial because this ensures that all the ideas delivered across the ad products are unique to the brand and to its campaign. Using these and the knowledge that we have of how Snapchatters interact with various ad products, we then design campaigns that are tailored to the KPIs that the marketing team is chasing. I think what makes my job fun is really to ask outrageous questions. So what if you could send Diwali greetings to your friends by simply opening your hand and seeing them fly out to the sky, right? And this question led to our Diwali campaign for OnePlus, which garnered over 80 million impressions through the lens alone. led to a 9-point lift in ad awareness and a 7-point lift in message awareness. Or questions like, what if Indian fans could turn themselves blue on the day of a big match to show their support for Team India, like we did on the day of the India Park match for Star Sports? Or what if you could walk into a Bollywood playlist, like really walk into a Bollywood playlist, and what would that look like, as we did for Spotify? So I think while thinking about structurally sound campaign designed to deliver across KPIs, we then look at how do you leapfrog from there to create experiences which are visually stunning and have a very high recall with Snapchatters that are experiencing them. In addition to this, I'd also like to touch upon a full funnel campaign. So let me give you an example of New Balance, a leading sports footwear and apparel brand that partnered with Snapchat to drive a 5-point lift in ad awareness, a 3-point lift in favorability, and a 2-point lift in purchase intent. And the way this was achieved is Snapchat's multi-ad product campaign targeted Snapchatters with a shoppable AR lens, which actually allowed the users to virtually try on different sneakers and then swipe up directly from the lens to shop those sneakers. The campaign was also effective in driving incremental purchase, which we measured through a Snapchat conversion lift study, showing a 3.3% lift in purchase. So I think it's these outrageous questions and their answers is where the creativity comes from. And it's really about challenging the notions of what brand interaction today can be like. And knowing the power of Snap's AR to deliver these experiences.
A great point, Prashant. This just reiterates the entire thought of, you have to strategize it creatively enough. The technology is there to take you home and, give you the desired results that you really need. On that note, as we move towards the end of the discussion, gentlemen, it's really a time to do a future gazing and crystal gazing kind of a thing. And I really want to come to Prashant and Yagna and quiz you about how do you foresee the future here, right? We are talking about mobile, we are talking about technology, emerging technology, AR, AI and all that. Where do you see the scheme of things really becoming large in the next 5 years? As far as mobile marketing technology / augmented reality is concerned. Prashant, we'll start with you, and then we'll move to Yagna.
I think the way I'd like to answer that is let's look at what we are, what are the roadblocks or stepping stones that we are taking into the future. One of the challenges for brands is how do we convey nuanced RTBs, reasons to buy. Now, AR really allows for a fun and interactive way to convey nuanced RTBs. So I would definitely see that as a future in actually getting more immersive experiences, which are hardworking towards difficult brand tasks. We also know that AR is voluntary time spent in a branded environment. And that voluntary aspect of AR is very important because this is leading to an opt-in experience and also leading to higher attention, like Yagna pointed out from the Deloitte study. And finally, the incremental reach that the camera provides on top of content is the reason why camera has become a canvas that's very, very important and a media inventory that is crucial for brands to invest in going forward.
Great point, Prashant. Yagna, your take on the same note on where do we see the future?
I think I can't put it any beautifully than what Prashant put it. My only 2 cents here would be we could look at transformative thinking, but I think we should focus on incremental execution, where we are taking nuanced steps towards a brand objective and sticking to the campaign objective. And that will give us key data points, whether we are meeting a KPI or whether we are aligning with the brand's objectives. And if the statistics align, then we take the implementation forward or say execution forward. But yeah, we got to have that transformative thinking. We got to have, as Prashant pointed out, those outrageous ideas, because those ideas are the ones which I personally feel drive the future. Without those outrageous questions, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Correct. Thank you, Yagna. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I think we have come to an end of today's discussion. We have tried to basically, do a full circle about how the present situation looks like when it comes to mobile marketing technology, especially concerning around augmented reality. And we have also tried to do some future gazing where our experts, Prashant and Yagna, really helped us in, taking a deep dive and in understanding the specifics and dynamics of the market. I really hope that, it was worth your time. Until next time, stay tuned to ETBrandEquity. Thank you so much.
Thank you everyone for sharing deep insights. Certainly a session with so much to take away. Dear viewers, let's share these highlights with our peers on social media using the hashtag ETMarkTechAsia. Stay tuned for the next session.